오빤 몇 살이에요?
나? 34.
마이너스 2살.
들어가, 땡.
Three bank robbers, cornered by police after stealing an armored truck, took hostages and barricaded themselves inside a bar. They fired warning shots to silence the partying crowd, gathering everyone in the main hall. Initially planning suicide, the three formed a triangle pointing guns at each other, counting down to fire simultaneously. But when the moment came, none could pull the trigger, leaving them in a standoff for half an hour. Since they couldn't bring themselves to die, they decided to live like kings. For a week there was enough food and drink to last. The robbers confiscated everyone's phones, gave each hostage a number tag for easier management, and appointed group leaders. When they realized there wasn't enough food for everyone, they contacted police to order takeout, and 200 pizzas were promptly delivered. A single mother suddenly stood up to leave, saying her child was home alone with no one to cook dinner. Even when threatened with guns, she remained unmoved, saying she'd rather die than be sold anyway. She owed the bar owner 40 million won in loan shark debt and had been forced to work as eye candy, ultimately facing being sold to settle the debt. The robbers couldn't stand this and paid the owner 250 million won on her behalf. The extra 200 million was a tip. Just as the owner was about to leave with the money, the robbers caught up and reminded him they were bank robbers' perfect timing to steal the money back. To let the single mother go home and cook for her child, the robbers decided to release a batch of hostages, but each had to provide a reason. The results were disappointing. People either offered bribes or tried to charm their way out with flirtation. Not one gave a legitimate reason. Despite this, they still released 20 hostages. When interviewed by media, the freed hostages didn't blame the robbers at all. Instead, they praised them, saying the robbers had encouraged them to study hard. During a food delivery, a real estate developer seized the opportunity to kick one robber in the groin and escape. He then held a press conference, exaggerating claims that the robbers were abusing hostages. The lead robber was furious and called police, threatening to kill hostages if the man wasn't returned. Families of remaining hostages gathered outside the developer's house, chanting for him to go back. The corporation's CEO simply had his bodyguards forcibly drag the man back. Once back at the bar, everyone recognized him as a corrupt real estate developer and urged the robbers to kill him. Terrified, the man quickly apologized and offered to donate 10 billion won to save his life. Though he kept his life, revenge for the groin kick was still due. After several days together, the hostages realized the robbers weren't really bad people. Everyone bonded over drinks and conversation, and some didn't even want to leave anymore. When the week was up, the robbers released all hostages without harming anyone. Eventually, the three were brought to court, where all the hostages came to plead for leniency and even wrote a collective petition. Everyone had been transformed by the experience. The bar owner stopped exploiting his employees, and the single mother treasured her child more than ever. In the end, the three were sentenced only for robbery.